I'm proud of you. Like whoever you are in this world, wherever you're at in life right now, like I'm genuinely proud of you. Let's take 3 seconds, at least 3 seconds, just to let that sink in, alright? I'm proud of you. I just finished going to therapy this morning and also went to the gym. And my therapist brought out a very interesting point today where like he asked me, Amka, what did you lose? Like in your relationship, yeah? Through your breakup, what did you lose? And I was confused. I was like, I lost this person, but I guess there's people out there that's meant for you, you know, that kind of thing. And I was like, I don't believe in it's only that one soulmate of yours and like everything happens for a reason or whatever it is. I told him like, this is how life is. Like I'm motivated, I'm always positive. And he was like, I get it, I understand like you're positive. What was the negative? And honor that feeling. I just sat there and I kept telling him like, yeah, but this happened and then she said this, I said this, what is it? And he just stopped. No. What did you lose? And I said to him, I lost a partner. I lost one of my best friends. I lost the person that I thought would never be gone in my life. And we just sat there for a little bit and it was super weird for me because I'm so used to everything having a positive. And just the fact that he sat there and just tell me like, let's just sit in it, you know? And it was kind of like a moment of realization for me to be like, wherever you're at in life right now, like I'm proud of you. Like it starts from there, you know? For everyone who wants to move forward, it starts from accepting all the losses that you have, all the grief that you're trying to process. It doesn't need to take years of like grief or like months, weeks. It just takes that moment of like, you lost this, and then sitting in it. And then whatever trauma, bad things that has happened to you as a child, or your breakup, you losing your friends, losing a family member, like all those things has space and we survived. And I'm just proud of you. And I'm talking to everyone out there listening to this who always feels like they're not good enough. You always feel like you're not worthy. And you always feel like you can't change anything in your life, you know? I'm just telling you right now, you are enough. Every single one of you is enough. And every single one of us has the ability to do what we want once we shift our mindset. Every single one of us. I genuinely believe that. I think everyone craves to hear from their parents, including myself. I realized, I think I definitely have gotten that from my parents, alhamdulillah. And that's why I regulate myself a little bit better than some of the people that I know or my friends, and I empathize with that. And I realize how extremely blessed I am to have such caring, loving parents, that for the people who don't, I genuinely just want to tell every single one of you, like, I'm proud of you with where you're at, and you're enough. Whatever that you have in life right now, you're enough. So let's start from there, yeah? As much as we are enough. Now we have internalized this mindset that we are enough. Every single one of us have wants and needs. Every single one of us. I don't care what it is, right? Like for me personally, it's getting my YouTube channel, my podcast to be the biggest that it possibly can. And then for other people, it's wanting a good career. For some people, it's wanting a good husband, a good wife. You want to be a singer, you want to be an engineer. Some people want to be I know some people that want to be a stay-at-home wife, and that genuinely makes them happy, and they want to raise their kids. Fair to them, you know? But it all starts with asking yourself, after we've already internalized, right, that you're proud of yourself and that you're worthy, you're always good enough. Now we have to actually write down, like, what do I want? What do I need? If not, then we're just sort of like in this limbo in life where we're just like going through every day through the motions without meaning. And the thing with humans is that, like, the thing with us is we can't live life with no goal, right? When I say goal, I don't mean like you have to have like this big grand gesture goal. Yeah, you just need something to move towards life, and it can't be like an end goal, right? It can't be like, once I reach this, happiness. Life does not work that way, guys. Life does not work that way. As cringy and cliche as it sounds, life is about the journey. Alright, so I read this in a book called How to Choose Your Enemies Wisely by Patrick Bet-David, and he brought a very good point in a business side of things, right? If you want to grow a good business, you need to have a vision that is never ending. That's the only way that you're gonna have a good business, because if not, then you'll have an end goal and then you just stop. and then you'll be thinking like, what's the next, what's the next, what's the next, what's the next thing. So for me personally, what I wrote down with the vision of this podcast was sharing real stories that inspire. Goal that can never end, right? Like, when will stories ever end? Like, life will always have different stories, and that's why it went from international student podcast. I want to know about how international students feel when they come here. You know, leaving your family is never easy. How people navigate through careers, relationships, friendships, through university as well. So it's like a never-ending goal. It's always a journey, right? If I set up a goal where like, alright, if I reach 1 million views, I'm done. Like, I've made it. Once I get that 1 million views, right, I'll just be like, okay, that doesn't necessarily make me that happy. Like, it doesn't give me that happiness that we're like so attuned to, especially with like movies and like TV shows, right? We always have like a good solid ending. I just watched Tangled. Yeah, I watched Tangled, and just by the way, like, it's the definition of like a lot of what people go through, yeah, with like parents who don't understand, parents who lie to them and like manipulate, narcissistic mom. A lot of people go through that kind of thing, yeah. Like, to a certain extent, all of us have like traits of narcissism, and we're not perfect. So the thing that I've realized with every movie now, or most movies rather, it's like we always end it on a good note, and then we start showing our children, including me, right? Like, I'm part of this program, right? Like, we feel like there's always like a good ending, and then happiness is when we get married or we get a good career, and then boom, like, life is good. Like, this is happiness. And the reality is, especially, let's go back to Tangled, yeah? The story about Rapunzel, an innocent young girl, is locked up by her overly protective mother. Her wish is to escape into the world outside. Finally comes true when she meets the good-hearted thief, Flynn. Long story short, she ran out of her house. Mom tries to manipulate her, where like she says the world is too dangerous and all this kind of thing. And then Flynn, the guy that she falls in love with, is a thief, and he's wanted. In the end, he sort of like showed her freedom and how to live life, how to rebel against your mom, or like stand up against your mom, that kind of thing. And he's like that typical bad boy, good looking guy, narcissistic as well in his own way. And then obviously Disney being Disney, and a lot of love shows being love shows, it's like, oh, you can change this man. Like, you can change this man to be the man that you want him to be, the good man, yeah? Because he's wanted, he's a thief, doesn't matter. You can change him, yeah? I can change her. We can't change anyone, alright? And the ending was Rapunzel got back to her original parents, and then Flynn was the one that brought her there, and they ended up getting married and everything. But the reality is, the happy ending doesn't come from marriage. Like, marriage is literally the starting point of where the real relationship will come to. Because let's be real here, yeah, maybe they put him out of a jail sentence or whatever it is, but the guy's still a thief. The guy's still a thief at heart, yeah. We don't know whether just because of marriage is he gonna change. Probably not. Alright, unless it's probability wise, like, probably not. And love wise, he is good. Like, he loves Rapunzel, fair enough, and Rapunzel is in love with him, fair enough. The reality is, life doesn't come with this last ending goal of like, oh, once I'm married, this is happy, once I'm this is this. It's a constant work where it goes like, I am good enough, I'm proud of who I am today, but through my behaviors, through my actions, what can I do today to prove to myself that I'm always worthy? People don't feel good enough when someone tells them you're good enough. I've told you that, yeah, as a starting point, alright? Wherever you're at in life right now, including myself, this video is going to be for myself. This is a starting point that I know I am worthy enough. For me personally, my belief is that Allah has put me down on this earth to do something better, to do something that is worthwhile. And I'm always good enough in God's eyes. I start from there. Now the question is, what's my purpose? Just because I'm good enough then doesn't mean I'm just going to stay in bed. If I'm good enough, then I'm always going to do something better for my life, something better for my future, something better for my partner, for my family. It doesn't come with like, I'm good enough, so now I'm just gonna lay in bed, I'm just gonna watch movies and chill out. Like, it's actually the opposite. And when you start to show up for yourself, right? When you start to love yourself in action, in a verb, where you start to work out, you start to do the things that you need to do, find the right career for yourself, going for the love that you want, finding healthy patterns for yourself, reading a book, exploring the world. When you start to do all these things in action, yeah, in behavior and not the thought, yeah, because everything that I'm saying, I'm proud of you, I genuinely am, where you are good enough. It all starts with the brain, but now the question is, by the end of this video, what's your next step? What's your next behavior that you're going to start putting into action to actually change your life, to get it going? Because we all have our own problems. All of us do. Some of us have family members that's passed away. You just broke up with your favorite person. You just divorced, alright? Fighting with your friends. You lost a friendship for years that you never thought you would lose. Or you have a friend that you see is going down a path that's just self-destructive, abusive to themselves. It's also hurtful to see your friends going into an abusive relationship where they are trying to get out but they won't get out. That also hurts. But then you start to realize like you have to get out of this situation because you have tried to help them so much, and then you start to realize that you can't save them. Everyone has their own problems. Then the question comes to what my therapist has said to me, like, okay, whatever problems that you're going through, you're looking at it in an external point of view. Yeah. You're thinking about how that person thinks. You're thinking about what your family is going to do, how your family views you. The question now is, what are you going to do for yourself to actually bring up your value and to actually focus on yourself and to actually internalize what I have just said? I'm proud of you. Can you actually look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm proud of you? What are the actions that you're going to take to actually internalize each day that you're proud of yourself? This isn't something that you just come to and you're happy and you're done. It's a constant thing. It's like every day, right? Every day I have to remind myself when I wake up, I'm proud of myself. I'm good enough. I'm worthy enough. Every single time I stay in bed and it's comfort, what comes after it, I hate myself. I have anxiety afterwards. I didn't do anything. So I want to build this habit where I'm telling you guys right now, yeah, every single one of you watching this video, if you're in bed, if someone close to you has passed away, you are feeling depressed, you just got your heart broken. I felt every single one of those emotions this year. I got my heart broken. I lost my grandma. I'm alone in a country where that's not my home. I feel every single one of those things. But every single day, the question is whether I will show up for myself. I have to ask that question every single day in the morning before I go to the gym. Am I going to show up for myself and be proud of myself and to maintain that mindset that I know that I'm proud of myself and I'm worthy enough? Every single one of you that's going through something today, your feelings are validated. Let the negative emotions come through. Let it sit, but always know that you are good enough and you are worthy. So wake up, get the fuck up, get your shoes, get your socks, get outside of the world, see the sun, and do what we have to do. Alright? I'm proud of you.